Hello Tanos, Zelp here. Welcome back to more interesting things in Warframe. Today's video is not going to be scripted, so forgive me if I make any mistakes or if there's any delays. I'll be sure to edit them out if possible. We are going to talk about condition overload in this video. So yeah, I remember talking about it a little bit very briefly and basically telling you guys how great condition overload is in comparison with something like a smite, which is one of the faction mods. So the condition overload gives you 60% melee damage for each status type affecting the target. Smite only gives you 30 and is on a specific faction. So this is for the infested, this is for the corpus, and this for the grenier. This one, conditional overload basically works on everything as long as you could do a proc on it, right? The drawback is, of course, it wouldn't be very effective on weapons that has low status chance or have no way of causing a proc. However, for the condition overload, it could stack up. That means if you were to do more than one status type effects on a enemy, it will actually do more than 60% damage. And this is actually what we will be discussing and one of the experiments that we'll be doing together. Yeah. So let's first of all, we kind of need a control damage, and for this we're gonna use the Lacera because it has really high status chance. One of the reasons. The other reason is because you could mod it to do corrosive really easily. Now the reason why I'm here doing corrosive is because the latest updates, the major update where Octavia came in, they actually given corrosive a heads-up display. And what we're going to test is if with the heads-up display, will it increase the damage from condition overload. By the way, heads-up display is the icon of the proc. When it does proc, it will appear on the health bar above the health bar, and that's a heads-up display. So yeah, so since now it has one, will it work with condition overload? So we're going to test that as well. And let's get started. So first of all, we need a control damage. This damage, we're going to test it on an ancient healer. The reason why is because we're using corrosive, and if we use the default dummy that we always use, the corrupted heavy gunner, the corrosive is going to lower the armor of the heavy gunner, and we're not going to get a consistent damage. So we really don't want that. So let's, oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna hit it a few times, and hopefully we could get that damage that I'm looking for. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't actually see the damage. I have to record and I have to pause it to see each and every damage. So yeah, hopefully we get that. We really want to make sure that the damage that we do, or the damage that we are gonna use as our control, is not a headshot, it's not a critical, it does not involve the combo multiplier. It also isn't the damage that is being reduced by hitting like some parts of the enemy that is tougher. So yeah, okay, now the damage that you should see is about 1057. I actually did this research already before I start recording, so I have the numbers all listed down next to me on a piece of paper. So yeah, it's supposed to be 1057. So let's see what happens when we put on a condition overload. So there is another thing that you should pay attention to is the first hit, and this is very important because from here you could actually know or note if the condition overload actually applies during the first hit when it procs, because this is 100% status chance weapon that always procs corrosive every single hit because it has no other physical or damage types. So from here you can actually see if in the first hit itself, will the condition overload kick in? There you go. I hope that is the damage that we need. So yeah, so I'm gonna do a few more hits. So yeah, so from the first hit, you should see the same damage, which is 1057. Okay, and then after all this hits, I should get a value of an exact 60% increment of that 1057. So it's gonna give me about 1691, right? Oh my god, I'm having trouble reading from a piece of paper. So you're gonna do 1691, which is 60% from the original damage. This proves that corrosive now works with condition overload, and because the first attack, even though it procced a corrosive, you're still doing 1057. This proves that condition overload does not kick in until after the first attack that does the proc. That means it doesn't stack such that, like, because there is a proc on the first hit, immediately condition overload kicks in. It doesn't work that way. It will only apply at the second attack. Okay, so from here we learn two things. I don't know if it's new for you, but well, we managed to research that two things. Now we're gonna take a look at something else. We're gonna look at the twin Baslock. Okay, now the reason why is because not only does the corrosive has a heads-up display, but gas also has a heads-up display now. And what's interesting is that when you proc gas, it will actually have a gas icon, and it will also have a toxin icon, because the second instant and the first instant. The first instant is the toxic damage, second instant is the DOT. So you will actually see a gas icon and a toxin icon at the same time. So does this mean that in one proc you are actually applying two types of status, and it will increase the condition overload more than 60%, giving you more than 60% damage? So this is what we're gonna test in this setup. Again, I really hope that the numbers that we see is accurate, because this is actually my second take. The first take, it was a failure, because even after hitting the enemy for 4 times, it so happened I was hitting the tougher part of the enemy, and all the damage that's done is like twice as less, yeah. Okay, so again, the first hit will not apply the 2 times. So so basically the first hit you should see about 885. Now the next hit should have the damage which is extra, more than just the 60%. I think I saw the damage that we need. So yeah, let's recap what just happened. So the first hit is actually the default damage, because we already established that condition overload does not kick in until the second hit. So the first hit is how much it would do without condition overload, which should be 885. Okay, gas damage, not taking into account the first and second instant. And the second damage, when we do it, we actually get 2266. Now if you take 885, you times extra 60% to get if the condition overload were to apply once, you're only gonna get 1416. Okay, so the fact that you're getting 2000 plus means that it is applying more than this 60%. But if you think that it applies twice, and so therefore 60 plus 60, you get 120%. If you think it adds up this way, you're supposed to get from 885, you're supposed to get extra 120% to give you 1947, but that is not the case as well. So how does it get to 2266? It's because the damage is actually multiplied again, instead of adding, as in the 60% that condition overload provides is multiplied again instead of adding to each other. So that means every single additional 60% that the condition overload actually gives you is considered as a separate multiplier. Just think about that for a second, because this is very, very, very good. Now there is one possible bug that I would like to mention, is the whole idea of having gas showing a heads-up display and having condition overload to do the extra damage. Now the reason why I say that is because in case you haven't noticed, if you were to proc a gas proc on an enemy, the gas icon will not go away. So let me just show you what I mean. Oh man. Okay, so I proc the gas. So right now he has gas and toxin on him, and over a certain amount of time, toxin is gonna wear off. There you go, and the gas still stays. And how long does it stay? It does seem like it will never go away. So you'll stay there for as long as the enemy survives. Okay. The next thing is also for corrosive. Now corrosive, it actually kind of makes sense because once you proc the corrosive, the enemy is supposed to be under that particular status where his armor is being reduced by 25% the whole entire time, until he dies, right? So for corrosive, it kind of makes sense. But then, so I'm going to show you again. So there you go, that's a corrosive proc, and it's going to last forever as well. What does this mean? Now the reason why this could be really OP is because you could actually use a syndicate weapon that has an AoE proc of corrosive. I'm not sure if there's one for gas. Yeah, so if you could proc this on the first hit itself, you're gonna gain the advantages of the condition overload. But then again, if it's intended, I think it's really good as well. Not for corrosive, but for gas, because recently, because of the whole gas and stealth thing being fixed, with this now gas kind of have a upper hand. If you want to proc things like condition overload, it will also work, well at least it should, I haven't actually really tested it, but it should also work with healing return. So now you have a reason to use gas basically, because in one hit, in one proc, you are going to get 2 status on the enemy. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to share with you guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a bug? Do you think it's not a bug? Do you think this is actually better? Do you have some kind of idea right now boiling in your mind to make some kind of ultimate combo? Which do share with me at the comments. Once again guys, this is Zelp. Thanks for watching. Have a pleasant day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Bye bye. Okay, so looks like corrosive. Okay, it's not stated in wiki, and gas is nowhere to be found here. So I guess it might be a bug, or I'm just more updated than wiki.